So it's been a year, since we all said, oh, it's only gonna be 2 weeks, we're gonna get vacation. At least that's what happened for me, where I used to live. And, those 2 weeks lasted for about a year. Now it's roughly a year, because it's March. That year was called the pandemic, Corona, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of bad things happened, basically. We all know that. We all know what happened. We don't know everything that happened, but we know a lot happened. We're not here to talk about negative stuff, things, events. We're here to talk about positivity. And there are a few things that I really want to talk about today. Number one would be time that we actually got to spend with ourselves, because I think that is the most valuable time you can get anywhere. And this time wasn't voluntary, we didn't ask for it, but we got it. And I think it was a really good thing, because many people figured out what they want to do in life, what they need, what they want to do, and combine those things. We thought about our future, what plans we have, how we want to spend our time. Because at first we had a lot of time, we didn't know what to do with it. We were bored in house, and then I'm not gonna play that. No, don't make me play that song. No, too much TikTok. All right, no.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored in the house.
But as time went by, we realized there was nothing we can do. People started working from home. Kids started going to online school. Online education was really bad at the beginning, but I think over the last year it got better. Not everywhere, of course, but it got better. I'm studying university right now, and it's not the best. I don't like it, but it's something, right? And some of us started new hobbies. Myself, I started getting into financial education. That's what I've been doing for the last year, and it really helped me out. I think it's a really great subject to study nowadays. The market is crazy, but I'm gonna talk about that in a future video. Yes, I have plans for future videos. This is not the only one I'm gonna make. And people started realizing who they are and what they're good at, what they're bad at, what they should and shouldn't do. And most of us wouldn't have even gotten this if it wasn't for this time during the pandemic, where we were all locked up in our houses trying to figure out what to do. And another thing I want to talk about is spending time with others, because if you're like me, if you don't live alone and you have a family to spend time with, it really helped. I mean, it connected to my family so much during these months. We did a bunch of stuff, like played board games every night, and it wasn't even that bad. And now we have a great relationship, but also we understood that time with others is valuable, and we should really be grateful for it, because you never know when you might lose them or never be able to see them again. Or you might not be able to see them for months because of a pandemic or whatever's happening in the world. Who knows? I think it really taught us some gratitude and some essential skills in our, everyday relationships with friends, family, close ones, And again, this wouldn't be possible without the time that we had to actually realize this. Talking about others, we gotta mention the society we live in, and the different governments that had to put in place measures. We only realize now that they're not up here and we're down here. They're clueless, all right? They have no clue about what to do. In the US, at first they didn't really care about this. No masks needed, no something.
I think wearing a face mask as I greet presidents, somehow I don't see it from us.
Then we have really tough restrictions here in Europe, quarantine, curfews, whatnot. And sometimes they open stuff and then close it back down again. It's a really big confusion, and nobody knows what to do about it. It's always like this and like that and like this and like that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Most important things would be, the scientists that were behind the vaccines, I should say, because there's a bunch of them out there. The fact that they managed to get them out in a year, it's amazing. Like before this, making a vaccine would take years, tens of years, if not. And the fact that we managed to do it in 1 year, for me, I think that's a huge step towards the future. And that is the thing with humanity. If you look back in history, you see that whenever there's a crisis, there's an endangerment towards our species, we tend to get back even better. We tend to evolve technologically, like world wars, and everything that came before that. And yeah, I think this allowed us to take the next step toward the future. As I said, I will be talking about this in a future video, but I just want to make, a quick point about it, because I really think it's important to see what we've actually accomplished and not just look at the side where we say, oh, we lost this, we lost that. Some other good things that happened, which do not fall in these categories. We got rid of a pandemic, yay! But I'm not talking about COVID, of course. It's still here, unfortunately. I'm talking about Ebola. Apparently we got rid of that. During lockdowns, our carbon emissions went down. We know this would probably not happen if we resumed our activity. And the greatest thing ever, Lakers won the Mickey Mouse championship. It's just a joke. LeBron team, let's go. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I know it's not a really long video. And before I head off, I just want to say a massive thank you. I really appreciate that you clicked on this video. Many more to come, and I'll see you next time. My name's Dr. Feelgood.